What is going on, guys? Welcome. This week's video, dahil hindi ako lumabas, I'll be doing the video from the office. I'm currently here at Anchor Point. Shout out, guys. As you can see from the title, I'm gonna be talking about 5 ways you can cope as a creative during a pandemic. I know I'm a bit late in this topic, but you know, since we're still in a pandemic and if you're still struggling, this video might help you out. Even just a little. Masaya na ako. Okay, so number 1, clean your workspace. There's nothing more refreshing and more stimulating for your brain if you have a clean workspace. Now, in one of my previous videos, I showed you guys my room setup. Now, back then, yung kwarto ko, ganito yung itsura. Yeah, that's how my desk looked. It's super dirty and I'm really not proud of that. But I'm really proud of the setup that I've done. I'm really proud of the improvement that I've done to my workspace, and you know, ever since then I've been so productive. Number 2, stimulate your mind. Go for a run, go for a walk, keep yourself hydrated, meditate, work out, anything that you can do to, you know, not stay in one place. Make sure you keep your blood and your oxygen pumping and have a change of scenery from time to time. And of course, it goes without saying that you have to keep a safe distance from other people. Number 3 is try to learn a new skill. It can be anything, even outside of your... May ambulance na dumadaan. As I was saying, it can be outside of your field, or you can learn a different branch in your field. Like, let's say, ako in photography, I'm a street photographer, but I work with the guys from Anchor Point Studios, and they teach me to do studio shoots and whatnot. Product, food, models, or better yet, advance in your own skills. There are many ways to do this, and one in particular is my next one, which is the 4th one, is Facebook groups. Now, sobrang sumabog yung mga Facebook groups ngayon, lalo na if it's in a certain community, lalo na sa mga creative community. This is where I get to share my work. I open myself to constructive criticism. Medyo intimidating to gawin kasi I still consider myself as a beginner in my field, in photography. And then I'm in certain groups where the bigger names in the industry are there. Yeah, it's intimidating to share your work, but you know, if you're brave enough, just put your work out there and let those guys critique you. And also, there's a difference between listening to constructive criticism and sa mga trash talk lang. Pay attention on who you listen to. There are also share groups, support groups, book clubs. It's a lot of things that you can join in. And sometimes if you want to take your mind off of work, these are some of the places or pages I personally go to. And of course, you should actually be productive. Meron na naman isang ambulance. And of course, you also need to be productive. As a creative, I know you guys also have backlogs na hindi nyo pa na-edit, hindi nyo pa nagagalaw. Okay lang yan. But you know, it actually feels good when you get to work on them and when you get to actually post them. There's a certain level of satisfaction na mararamdaman niya. Take it from me, puro ako throwback with my photography account. So yeah, those are 5 of my tips. Now we still have a lot of time to talk, so let's go ask my colleagues here at Anchor Point if meron silang 5 ways to cope as a creative during a pandemic. Tara, labas tayo. Kid, bigyan mo nga kami ng 5 ways to cope as a creative this pandemic.
5 ways. Well, that's a lot for an ambush interview. Well, I got 2 in mind, if you don't mind.
Oh, 2 is fine.
First thing that I did, siguro to boost or kumbaga parang revive my like creativity and to prepare na rin just in case, let's say for example, I'll be having a chance to execute or initiate my thoughts of being a creative. Number 1, to make your own Spotify playlist. I make my own playlist, I make my own Spotify playlist, and each of the playlists will be specific for a certain concept. Let's say for example, I'll be shooting indoors or I'll be shooting outdoors. There will be a different vibe or different playlist for each of those pegs. It boosts up the environment and at the same time yung music kasi it really helps na magkaroon ng kumbaga parang mag-jive or yung unity when it comes to shooting. And then, number 2, make your own concept folder. I always tend to search pegs from Pinterest, from Google, and at the same time, all the profiles that I follow on Instagram, I always sort out all those inspirations and then make it as a one folder para pagdating ng time na magkaroon ako ng chance to shoot, meron akong basis. Hindi naman masama manggaya ng concept. It's just that for starters, you need to have an inspiration. And at the same time, it'll be very different kasi it's your own style of shooting pag in-execute mo yung ganong klase ng concept. So, I guess that really helped me prepare. And at the same time, andun pa rin yung constant na pag-iisip ko about being a creative na parang, I need to prepare. Yeah, I need to prepare for the upcoming shoots just in case na, let's say for example, matapos yung pandemic. So yeah, I need to have my own playlist for setting up the mood, and at the same time, I need to look for pegs. So yun.
So that applies for any aspect of creative.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't only apply for photography. You can also look for pegs or concepts when it comes to videography as well. At the same time, let's say for example, you're into painting or you're into music, it's all about gathering inspiration. It's all about like sorting out all your ideas and all those things that you can get online, diba? So you just need to take advantage of you na nagkakaroon ka ng more idle time to look for certain inspirations online. Like, you know, Google is next to God. So, yeah.
Nice, thanks bro. Okay yun, solid yan, solid yan. Ikaw, Kurt.
Yo, what's up?
Meron ka bang 5 ways to cope as a creative during a pandemic?
5 ways. Siguro, una muna is yung to rest para makapag-restore kayo ng creative ideas. Kasi minsan kapag na-overwhelm na tayo with different work, masyado na nating naulit yung certain style, ganun. We have to give time para makapag-isip tayo ng something new, something fresh na papatok sa masa. Siguro next naman is yung connect with other creatives as well, collaborate with them kasi during this pandemic, we might not have the regular number of shoots but we might learn from each other. So pwede kayong collaborate through seminars, workshops, ganun, to learn from each style, ganun. And then next din siguro is to canvas for your future goals. Sobrang important niya para alam mo kung saan yung track mo as a creative and at the same time yung sa mga gusto mong invest na equipment.
Nice.
So for me, it helps me motivate myself kapag alam ko may target akong camera, may target akong equipment, so I strive more with what I wanna do. And next also is to learn other styles. Very important yun for me kasi sometimes when we have this certain style right now, makikita natin na marami pa palang available edits or available styles ng photography na pwede nating itry that we could learn at home also. And lastly, try to learn other platforms. So for me, I started as a photographer, so ngayon I'm trying to expand as a videographer and editor since malaking tulong din siya as a prod person to have different sets of skills and knowledge sa buong production.
Nice! Solid. Ilang minutes yun? Putang ina, wala pang 2 minutes yun.
Kailangan mo mahaba.
Hindi, go lang. Thank you bro. Nice, solid points. Solid points.
What's up, bro?
5 ways you can cope as a creative during a pandemic.
5 ways to cope. Huwag kang gagastos. Which is true. Number 2, you may feel sad. Kasi wala kang pinagkakabalahan. Pero try to do some stuff aside from your usual doing na restrict ng pandemic. Like, for me, hindi ako makapag-shoot ulit. Kasi ang genre ng shoot ko is maraming tao. So, ayun, nag-focus ako into Photoshop editing na hindi ko kailangan mag-shoot outside.
Nice,
Ayun.
nice. Number 3.
Piling ko mali siya sabihin. YouTube ay isa sa mga naggan talaga sa akin. Nagpa-stay maging creative. YouTube. tutorials. Hanap ako ng mga, for example, ngayon, ang nag-binge watch ako ng mga lighting techniques. I
Nice.
mean, hindi lighting technique na Naruto, hindi yun. Mga proper lighting for models and how to use artificial lights. Yun yung pinagkakaabalahan ko. And I must say, nung mga times kasi before pandemic, hindi ko sineseryoso yun. Pero nung no choice na ako, naintindihan ko na siya. Sabi ko nga sana pala dati pala sineryoso ko na.
Number 4.
Number 4, isa sa mga nag-save sa akin ngayong pandemic is kakapakinig ng mga stuff na gusto ko. Music,
Enjoy lang.
podcast, enjoy mo lang yung makapagpapasaya sa'yo. Kasi itong pandemic itself, nakakabaliw na eh. Yung
Sir.
restricted ka sa lahat. Pero at least, if you have internet naman, yun, search ka ng mga hilig mo. Okay, music, podcast. Anyway, disclaimer, yung mga pinagsasabi ko pala, opinion ko lang yun. Sana wag naman umabot sa point na pagkagising ko, magugulat na lang ako. Oy, tangin na, itong photographer na to, ang dami sinasabi. Baka magulat na lang ako, andun na yung mukha ko sa photography and videography trash talkan. Hindi naman ako magmamagaling. Sinashare ko lang yung mga pinagagawa ko during ECQ.
Last one.
Linisin nyo yung mga gamit nyo. Ako kasi hindi ako nilinis sa kwarto eh. Pero yung mga camera ko nililinis ko.
Yes,
Yun.
sir.
Yung iba kasi hindi nakakapag-shoot ganito ganyan. Tapos yung mga camera nasa bag lang. Hindi natin alam nagkakaroon din sila ng dumi kahit nakatago lang sila. Yun.
Ayos, ginabi na tayo dito. Sige, thank you.
Sensya na kayo. Hindi ko lang pinagsasabi ko. Kung nag-gets nyo ako, yan. Thank you. I hope hindi ako mabash sa vlog na to.
Walang nanonood sa akin. Salamat.
Yan, follow niyo ako. Uy, di pa
Oh,
tapos.
pre.
Follow niyo ako. Ang hindi mag-follow sa akin, mamalasin. Kukulamin ko kayo, gago.
Kaya ka matatrash talk eh. Brent, what are your 5 ways to cope as a creative during a pandemic?
Alright, so I listed them down. Well, the first thing that I experienced and did was I took a step back. Or, in fact, you can even take a break altogether. You don't have to force yourself or pressure yourself to do something you want to do if you can't achieve it yet. Take a break, watch Netflix, play PS4 or whatever. Just, chill lang. And eventually, it's gonna get back to you. But at the same time, you can't just, completely stop, which goes to number 2, which is to set different achievable goals. It doesn't have to be a lot of goals, just maybe a goal a week, a day, and then you can put there number 3, learning a new skill. It doesn't have to be anything related to what you're doing. You want to cook, you want to dance, you want to, do code or whatever. Just learn a new skill, play an instrument, whatever you feel like doing, whatever piques your interest. Number 4, make a routine out of it. Making the routine makes you more disciplined, gives you the commitment. But at the same time, we're not machines, so
This is a raw vlog.
Shut the fuck up now, please.
do I just... So just like what happened, you break the routine because we're not machines or robots. So you make the routine, but eventually you'll burn out. So you gotta break that routine, and goes back to number 1, take a step back, and take a break, and then just repeat everything.
Nice. Thanks, bro.
Peace.
And that is it for this video, guys. Sana may natutunan kayo. If you have any other ideas, please put them down in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please leave a like, click the thumbs up down below, subscribe. If you have not already, ring that bell for notifications every time I post a video. And with all that said and done, I will see you guys next week in a new video. Peace!
Never really had problems rendering or with lag unless I added a lot of motion blur or stabilization. Things like that might start to slow down a little bit, but with the A7 III, it was very easy. Now on the other hand, the 4K 120